What is going on, everyone? We're in to match number 7. Day number 2. It's the first match of the day. My eyes apparently already killing me. How are all you wonderful lovelies doing? Especially you, Click. It's been a little while since you've been in here for one of my casts, I feel like. Honestly, I feel like you stopped by my streams a couple of times, but I feel like it's been a while since you've been here for a cast. Obviously, starting on Miramar, we're going to have a wonderful pistol kill start from Bizzler, but never ever is there a Miramar without 55 and Luminosity hot-dropping each other in the same lobby as Voxic hits a headshot onto Mixstall, and 55, they're down to a two-man H11 Junior, and Baki takes a couple more headshots from Voxic, and now it's all on to H11 Junior. Is he going to try and take this fight, or is he just going to start running away? Yeah, that does make it a little bit harder, I imagine, Click. Probably not the most fun to still be at work while trying to watch these. Time zones do suck. They do indeed suck. And that's Luminosity flushing the third member of 55 in the kill feed. But it's okay, Click. Even though time zones suck, you're here now. You're here for the fun. You're here for all the wonderful action. We haven't gone over our leaderboard at all today, aka first place. They had a very wonderful day, and they stuck with it not just in the first couple of games, but all the way through. So that is better consistency than we saw from them last week. So are they going to die off day number 2 like they did last week, or are they going to stay up there fighting for one of the top spots? That should be a fun one to watch. Luminosity, one of our top teams, along with Liquid and Alcadzia. Obviously, all three of those teams we expect to do really well. We expect them to be at the top of the leaderboard. That is where they are currently. We'll have to see if they're going to be able to fight for the first place position against AKA. And then we have Toyo and Mira. Those are our last two teams kind of fighting for the top right now. We've seen good weeks out of them. We've seen bad weeks out of them. How is day number 2 going to go for them? Is it going to be a good week for them? Are they going to stay towards the top? Or are they going to kind of end up falling off a little bit? And then you have 4 Pushmen. They are the top of your bottom pack almost, or your mid pack. And we've seen them struggle last week. The week before, we saw good things out of them. We've seen good games out of them, especially out of Seifu, who really will turn up some big games and can really be a game changer for Pushmen. And then you have Fairy Tail to follow them. Again, they started in Division 3, I think, at the beginning of this series, and they've just won their way through, and now they're where they are. 4-0. They're losing a member to Alcadzia. But you have Bonsai, 55, 4-0, nobody holds. Killing Spree, Systematicos. Out of those, Bonsai, 55, nobody holds. We haven't really seen amazing things out of them, but we haven't necessarily seen them play super, super bad either. 55, Obviously, maybe one of the teams that you would expect more out of, but they still just haven't fully hit their stride yet. 4-0, and Systematicos, though, two teams I expect to at least be in the mid-pack rather than closer to the bottom. And I just, they're showing it so far in this week. And then Team Storm, Dead End, two teams that joined us from Division 2 last week, and kind of trying to prove themselves. And unfortunately, they're just not really proving themselves yet. So we'll have to see if they're going to be able to turn that around, or what they may be able to do. Is Mira could be going for a camp onto nobody holds, and it's a Panzer from Fana to take down one, going for the spray, and he takes down a second. Now, the rest of nobody holds going to be coming through. Soitera spun around in the vehicle, taken down by Fakeson. Taifu, the last one remaining, and he's surviving on a sliver. Quan just trying to wait for the vehicle to pop up. Can he hit the final shot that he needs, or is Taifu gonna get away? Barely surviving, and it looks like he does. So still no team eliminated in match number 7. It was a close call, though. Very close call. Team Liquid, they've made their way to the bottom of Los Leones. Like Luke 12, swapping out cars there, doesn't want the buggy. A little bit easy to get shot out of there, so I can perfectly understand why he may want to avoid that. Looks like someone abandoned a bike as well. But Alcadzia, they're going to be all spread out in the center zone. They're going to be loving their spot. 4-0. They lost a couple of players, so it is unfortunate for them. But they are in Minas Generales, so they should be able to survive for quite a while. To see if that's going to be the case. AKA, a little bit further down to the south, are going to have a good position. But it might be a little bit difficult to keep their vehicles alive. Maybe not a ton of space. Justin, what's going on? How's your day? Liquid stopping at Impala. Looks like they're going to try and play the south side of the zone. The north side of the zone completely empty. And this may be because of a zone we had yesterday, where it was pretty similar to this. Most people set up in the north, and then it just pulled straight down to the south. So it looks like a lot of teams kind of expecting more of that. Being a little bit wary of it. Don't want to mess around that. It's Mira apparently just deciding to try and take each other out. But it's fine, because, like we said, nobody is up towards the north. Are we going to have a similar shift to yesterday where it goes back down to the south, or are we going to go to the north this time, and is Mira going to be able to really capitalize off of it? And it's going to the north. Mira is going to be able to capitalize so much off of that luminosity. They're coming over here to try and cause problems for the E pickup, but it's actually going to be almost completely... No, the sandstorm doesn't last long enough, and Snakers with the nade and the shots to take down 3 members of 4 pushmen. Kilowai, the last one remaining. He does get a knock onto Voxic. So That is at least one going down for Luminosity. But it's Seifu and Kilowai. The two still left alive. I don't know if Kilowai is going to be able to go get the res onto Seifu. I don't think it's safe, even in the slightest. He's going to start backing off. Gats going for the shots. One more would have needed to connect to finish off for Pushman, but Luminosity surely will be making their way down here, trying to finish off the last member. This is the third team down to a solo player. Yeah, I can imagine that being a little bit difficult, Justin. Puppies are very high energy, can be very high maintenance. Oh gosh, yeah, trying to teach the dog that when you're eating, it is not time for the dog to eat. It may be a little bit difficult. He's like, what's this? This smells good, I want some of that. You can share, can't you? That bike seemed so loud. I don't know if that was just me, but for some reason the bike seemed incredibly loud. Bonsai, they have a 2-2 split. Aguilar's looks like he's going to a little bit different of a position. But we have 3 different teams that have been taken down to solos already in this match. 4-0's been taken down to a duo. So the question is, when do we actually get the first complete team elimination? As we see, AKA, they get a knock onto one of the members of Toyo, and then Alcadzia get a knock onto one of the members of AKA. Black getting shot at by Disney. Dragunov not connecting with the bullets that they may have wanted. Pena almost completely gone. He will end up dying. Toyo is not trying to go for the res onto him, as Roth also able to finish off the member that he knocked. Dogs already going for an occupier, just nothing but pure energy. Yeah, that sounds like a puppy to me. As Team Liquid, they pulled up in truck stop, and now they're on the very edge of zone. So the question is, are they going to try and move from that spot, or are they just going to keep that spot for right now? Oh, Sparking. He wants a piece of this. He wants to get a knock onto one of the members of Dead End, but they are gone. Sparking not going to be able to find anything. The rest of Dead End already in the zone farther forward. So he should just be able to hop into his vehicle and start moving forward. The rest of Team Liquid gonna have to try and figure out what they want to do. Toyo's gonna be rotating past them. Alo gonna be pulling up to the side of the hill. Running up there on his little Lamborghinis, trying to get Black going for the shots. Not able to connect with anything, and it doesn't look like he even got to pop any tires. So Toyo still gonna be surviving. There's a 3-man in 55. They do end up being our first team eliminated as Mira finished them off. Purdy gonna get a tire there. As soon as he can try and find an opening onto the tire, he did. Does not want to allow anyone to rotate, because, jeez Louise, so help me, someone wants to just drive their vehicle in PUBG. You best be ready for your tires to be popped as soon as you stop. Mira, they ended up rotating in a little bit later. They ended up in the north, and now they have control of so much space. Cowboy, he's up on this rock. Rello on the other one, and Vapeskar has snuck his way underneath Cowboy and it's only going to last until he takes a shot. If he shoots at DIY, he's dead. He's got to look at the pros and cons of trying to take a shot at DIY. Cowboy's above him. Rello is above him. Oh. Oh, that is so loud. Cowboy's going to hear him. Rello from the other side. He's going to spot him out. Goes for the shots. Onto Vapesker. Now he takes him down. And Gmo just in the middle of the open. And down they go. Elcadzia pick up 2 more. And that's a second team gone for match number 7. Oh, Smirzera. Great headshot there onto DIY. So it looks like, ooh, Luminosity and Killing Spree maybe going for a little bit of a tussle. Where is this zone gonna end up taking us? As Purdy, he's made his way all the way over here with Alo, and they've taken down Pirlo. Now they're gonna be in front of the other members of Dead End, who are just trying to hold off on that ridge side, on the very, very edge. Luke 12 gonna be over there. Purdy gonna back off a little bit as the nade comes forward. Killing Spree being taken down by Luminosity in the kill feed there. Luke 12, he's trying to sneak his way forward. Sparking, he's taking a couple of shots. Purdy spots out Smirzera. The shots coming through, none connect. His MHP, he's getting shot at from a different side. Headshot, not a knock. On to Klausen. MHP spotted out. The peaks going through from each side. Luke 12 finds Paradox. Now Luke 12 still ready to push forward. I don't think he knows that Smirzera is also right there. Does he spot him? Now he does. Now he peeks over, takes him down. Purdy with the nade, and Dead End eliminated. Far west shift is what we get. Luminosity gonna be loving life with the fact that they took that away from Killing Spree. Cowboy finds one onto Emmy. He finds a second. And now Smirzera is gonna be the last one left for Toyo. What can Smirzera do? Is he gonna be able to try and save Black? As Black, he's just slowly slinking his way through the smokes, trying to get to his teammate. Team Liquid, they have a long rotate. It's going to be right into the waiting arms of Elcadzia, possibly AKA to the north, but they could just crash right onto the compound, right on to where Toyo only has one player left standing. They can't get the other one back up on his feet. No. They go farther north. And Mira gonna give some covering fire as they get some good shots onto Dizane. Team Liquid, they're gonna have to try and decide where they want to go. Maybe they can scout something. They pick up a nice little care package that have dropped a little ways away. Free care package there, no complaints from them. And Zera. His vehicle looking worse for wears as Snakers takes down Ribeiro, and he takes down and Zera. Lawson, Learn the last two left. Gats gets the knock onto Learn, and now Lawson. Oh, can he survive underneath that vehicle? One more bullet, and then take him down. But he is going to get the first aid off. He has a smoke going out, but the nade's coming over from Bonsai. One more, and it could spell doom. Side do they want to peek up and over this? They might be able to. They just have to be wary of Luminosity as Team Liquid, they go down in 11th. Systematico's down in 10th now. Elcadzia, they're making their way over the hills and on towards Bonsai. Loki, he's stuck there behind the rock. DIY focused on it, saw him for a split second, but he is going to be able to make it away. As AKA, they lose Trisk and they're down to a 2-man. Ciro's takes a couple of shots. I don't know if DIY had actually spotted him before. The Aguilars, though, pops the helmet off of DIY. Now Alcadzia gonna have to try and make something happen. Roth gets the opening knock onto Zero. Andrew, he's still knocked on Bonsai. He hasn't been rezzed. Roth just running down the middle of the road. I don't know how he hasn't been spotted from any other angle. It goes right onto the rock. If anyone was behind it, they would have been taken down. Zero gonna get flushed out by Roth. Luminosity with a killing spree. 10 kills as they take down Killing Spree. Killing Spree for eliminating Killing Spree. Alcadzia, they'd have to make it into the zone. Where are they going to try and go? Roth, he has a divot that he can work with. Toyo going to be just to the east. Black Clouzera thinking about trying to make their way forward. Oh, they hear another vehicle, and they're going to prep a nade. They're going to throw one over. Doesn't look like it connects with anything. Now, Alcadzia, they're going to be aware of the threat from Toyo, but Bonsai, they're pushing over. Aguilars goes down to DIY. Andrew, he's spotted out by Roth. The shot's coming down. Rello gets the trade onto Andrew, who took down DIY. Roth, he's almost taken down, so he's going to have to retreat. Go for the heal. DIY, is he going to be able to get picked up? Rello is carrying him on his back, put him down. We still got to make it a little bit further. Andrew does end up bleeding out in the blue zone. Aguilars goes down. Loki, the last one left. Team Storm spotted out by Toyo. But with only 2 members, what are they going to be able to do? Mira making their move down the hillside. And it looks like they're going to be crashing onto Griffith. Well, Clouzera, oh, he's going to prep this nade. He throws it down. It's good. It takes down one, does damage to a bunch of others. Another nade to follow it up. He's going for some shots. Gets a couple onto each player. But he's got to prep this nade, and he's got to throw it back down. He's got to find more of that nade right in Clouzera's face, but he finds a second with the nade. And now it's going to be Slayer and JSN still alive to try and deal with him. Clouzera going for the shots. He takes down JSN. One more, and he'll be able to take down all of Team Storm. Quan, he's been taking down. The flush kill stolen by Slayer. He's going for more shots, but the rest of his team just left out to dry. Fakes and going down to Voxic as he went down the hillside. Alcadzia, Toyo, Bonsai still all going to be alive up on the hillsides, with Luminosity and Mira taking closer to the roadside. LFP1, he's looking for an angle, looking for a spot. He's going to prep a nade, going to throw the nade. Is it going to go far enough onto Voxic? Does some good damage. Now the shot's coming through. They don't connect. That could be detrimental for any push from Mira. Trying to go onto that black, spotted out, takes a couple of shots. Slayer, he finds Clouzera. LFP1 goes down to Bizzler. Mira, they have 12 kills, so it's not a bad match for them. They're in 4th place as we're into our top 4. Luminosity, Alcadzia, Mira, and Bonsai. 4v4v 1v1. Unless Mira can get the other player back up on his feet, and it'll be back to a 2-man for them. Loki, he's still ratting around. He's still a problem for Alcadzia. They're moving as a 3-man to try and go clear him out. They know he's around here somewhere. They spot him out. Roth takes him down, almost goes down in return. That is one less team that these players have to worry about, and it's going to be Alcadzia and Luminosity in the zone, and Mira, they're not in the zone. Cowboy, he's not taking any shots. I feel like he's trying to bait Mira to go up the roadside, come towards them, and they should be able to get some freer, easier shots. Shots now coming through, only one connects, and now Mira going to be aware of Cowboy's position. It's both Fauna and LFP1 dangerously low. Cowboy has to be careful, make sure he's not in a position to get shot by Luminosity. Oh, Gats. His feet were spotted out by DIY, so they're going to know where at least one member of Luminosity is. Some shots go out. Nothing connects. Oh, headshot from Voxic takes down LFP1. Fauna, the last one left for Mira. His toes getting hit, but he just eliminates himself with the nade. There was absolutely no way he was going to be able to really fight anything there. Cowboy going to be the anchor position for Alcadzia. If he goes down, it could be over there for them. Meanwhile, they have 3 players over on this side of the zone. DIY, he doesn't have a helmet. Roth doesn't have a vest. Smokes galore coming out to try and get Gats over to the rest of Luminosity. You know, just a few smokes in case they want their teammate back. Which team is going to come out on top? Luminosity, they have 13 kills in this match so far. Voxic with 5, Snakers with 4. And Bizzler, he may only have 2 kills, but he has 556 damage. So he's still played a phenomenal match so far. Roth, DIY, they might want to try and make it forward. I feel like Alcadzia could actually back off a little bit. Bizzler, he's starting to take space now. I feel like Alcadzia, instead of all being hunched up over on that edge of the zone, they could have spread out a little bit more and tried to take more. I don't know what they have for dips in front of them. A little bit more space may not have hurt, as Luminosity, they're forming a little bit of a triangle farther away. DIY, he has gone forward a little bit, and he's taken some space too, so him and Bizzler are going to get closer and closer. So now, Alcadzia, they are starting to spread out more. Not quite as detrimental if Cowboy goes down anymore, because the rest of his team is spread out and ready to support. Oh, where does this end zone go? Is it closer to Alcadzia or Luminosity? I think it's going to be just north of Bizzler and Rello. Shots being traded, and so far Alcadzia, the first ones to hit anything onto Luminosity. DIY, he's just anchoring down in that position. He doesn't have a helmet to work with, so he's just doing what he can. Cowboy Roth swapping some ammo over real quick as we center up, and it's pretty even. But I feel like Alcadzia have more players that have to move. Rello, can he get spotted out by Voxic? Emergency cover coming out. Down it goes. Cowboy still getting shot at. Still avoiding most damage. That nade does a little bit, though. Voxic, he's almost healed up for the shots he took, so it's going to be overall health advantage to Luminosity. Cowboy, he was spotted out. Almost fully broadsided himself. Bizzler trying to prep another nade. Throws it towards the tree. Doesn't do any damage. He's still prepping another nade, throwing it up top. But Cowboy, he's already gone from that position. He's moved further forward. The nades coming out towards Rello, towards DIY. Good nades. The second one gets the knock, and that's 2 down for Elcadzia. And now we're going to see so much more util come out. More nades coming out, more knocks. Cowboy, the last one left. He goes down. And Luminosity, clean sweep of Elcadzia. Great util usage. 17 kills, 2,200 damage. And a phenomenal Game 1 of Day 2 victory over the players of Elcadzia. What a match from them. We are going to go to a quick break before we get ready for match number 2. Our last Miramar. we're a little late to the action. I assume there may have been some buffering issues, and that might be why they were a little late. 55. Already got eliminated, and it looks like 4 pushmen got involved in this. So I don't know if they tried to rotate here quickly afterwards. Bizzler's currently knocked for Luminosity. So Luminosity gonna have to try and figure out what's going on, if they can take down 4 pushmen. And save Bizzler, if it's gonna be a lost cause, and they should try and retreat. It looks like other teams also getting some shots at them. So 55's eliminated, and 1 other player has died in this game so far. We're 6 minutes into it. So unfortunately we did miss out on a little bit of the action. Snakers, he doesn't have a vest. So very much limited loot for Luminosity here. Bizzler, he's there. Snakers gets a knock onto Kilowai. If they have a smoke, he may be savable. Voxic takes down Seifu. Bizzler, he could still be saved. Voxic, he gets a good couple of shots onto Cram, so that's an opening, but Cram gets a knock onto Gats. Snakers gonna be making his way over for the res, and Luminosity gonna be back up to a 4-man here in just 5 seconds. Oh, they hear Tiska just outside the building. They're gonna need to try and take one of the members out somehow. Stun goes out. Tiska very stunned. They know they got him. Good. Voxic takes him down. So that's a second one down for 4 pushmen. They got a knock earlier. That has been res, so now Luminosity gonna have to try and make their way over there, trying to finish off the knocks. Bizzler trying to grab some extra armor and everything. They don't have a ton of heals to work with. Bizzler doesn't even have a first aid kit. As 4 pushmen, they backed off into the firehouse. Zone way down to the south of Los Leones, and it looks like we have some teams fighting over towards Resort. Roth, he's taken down low. He is taken down by Alo. The flush to come out, and we lose Roth early in this one. He hears Emmy pull up on the other side of the road. Luke 12, he got ready in case Toyo did end up trying to take this compound alongside, but it looks like they pull up short, and it's not going to be too much of a problem for Liquid. Smarkin sees some people well off in the distance. That would be Mira up on the hillside. Yet. They did lose 1, but DIY still over there. They're playing a 2-1 split for right now. Next series, they might be able to work out when this turns into a sideshow. Oh, dead end. They're coming across the storm. Shots come through. Oh, Mendez takes some shots from Pirlo, who's right there. Slayer going for the shot. Slayer does end up getting the knock onto Pirlo. He's going to turn right around, try and go for the flush. Looks like he's gonna throw a nade and then go back towards his car, hop in it, try and get out of the way. LeBluff, catcher, able to finish off Pirlo, so that is going to be a kill going the way of Team Storm. Meanwhile, AKA going up against Mira. These two members of Mira, though, a little bit farther away. Phase 2 has popped, and they are inside of it. But the other two sent it closer to the center. So they have the hillside, and then they have up towards the center, as it looks like Team Liquid may end up in a fight with Alcadzia. Purdy, Alo, are they going to try and stick this out and fight it, or are they going to try and rotate to the other two-man of Team Liquid? Purdy, he's going around the side, seeing if he can find a different angle. Alo goes down. He's going to be quickly flushed out by DIY. The shot's coming out from Sparking towards Rello. Purdy going for the shots, does a lot of damage, throws a stun. That does good. He takes down Rello, quickly traded by Cowboy. And Sparking, Loop 12, they made their way over here, but they are going to be a little bit late to the action. Can they capitalize off of the fact that Rello is knocked? Alcadzia is only a two-man, 2v2 going into this fight. Oh, Loop 12 from the side. Going to be taken down by DIY. Now it's all up to Sparking. What can he do? Throws the stun. Gets ready to make his push. Rello gonna be res. DIY hits a headshot, takes down Sparking. I don't really know if there's anything I can do about the slide shoot. Welcome to my slideshow presentation. We have some GIFs involved. That's kind of what this is. It's a slideshow, but it's like a GIF each slide. Alright, that was our GIF for that slide. Alright, next slide. Alright, let's see this GIF. Alright, next slide. Yeah. It's not, like, completely awful. But, yeah, I did just get word that the Observer is having some internet problems, and that is why this is like this. So we may have to hop into the next lobby. So if that's the case, I should really probably make sure that my Steam is up to date. Sorry, blocking the view right now. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Oh, no, see, that's... Okay, PUBG is fully good to go. So we should be good there. We'll see if this ends up better, or if we do end up in ourselves. I don't know if I'm going to have to go to a 5-minute delay if that's the case. I'll try and figure it out as we go. And I will keep you guys updated best I can. Karam taking shots from Trisk. But he does survive. Rello getting a knock onto Lawson in the kill feed. So Sorry, PUBG is definitely going to pop up on the screen for a second. I believe in your guys' ability to just ignore it when it happens, and we'll pop right back to the clean feed. Yeah, battle eye launcher. Cool. Fine, Graham going for the 3x spray onto Bonsai, and he does take down Loki, who then gets, like, punted down the side of the hill. Lady Coon takes the kill away, so Killing Spree capitalizing off of that. Griffith, he goes down to Cram before Conf able to get the trade. Yeah, sorry, I'm causing very difficult viewing ability here. Sorry, give me a second. PUBG, thank you. Okay, we hop back over to this. We're good. PUBG's now open, so I should be able to join the next lobby. So we can try and make sure. I just want to make sure that I get this all set up properly and everything. As Andrew, he's taken down out of the vehicle by AKA. Surely will get flushed out. Yes, he is. And now Ciro, the last one left, getting shot by 4-0. And there he goes. DNL picks up that kill. I will get it figured out. They're trying to make a rotate in, but I don't know where they're trying to go. There's not a lot to play right side. Does he stop up there? No. He continues going. He gets a dip right over here after he takes a headshot from Elkadzia. Rello, he's trying to find the angle down onto Fairy Tale. Akim is spotted out. Emmy gets a knock onto Brightside. Akim, does he go down to Rello? Yes, yes he does. Conf, the last one left for Fairy Tale, unfortunately. Maybe not the dip that they would have wanted to use. Not safe enough. B-Day, Biel. On the bike, doesn't look like he gets knocked. AKA, they've lost Disney, Rafex, and Trisk. Taking plenty of shots. Getting shots onto Luminosity. Oh, Gats ends up taking himself out. Okay. Based on the fact that we just swapped to this screen, I'm gonna go with, we're probably gonna have to chuck a delay on the stream and pop on over to PUBG itself and get into the lobby. Give me a second to get this figured out. We're gonna try and give you guys a wonderful viewing experience, but obviously, sometimes there's just technical difficulties. But the show must go on. Okay, 5 minutes for that. Right? Yeah. But it means I won't be able to give you guys any live action. Oh, you know, I actually... Oops. What the heck just happened? I don't actually know what the password is. Bum, 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 bum. No, wrong password. So I don't even know if my caps lock is on or not. Let's check. Now it is. Yeah, yeah. Lost on me. Um. Yeah, so I think we are going to have to swap over to a 5-minute delay. So I'm going to get that set up real quick. And I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes.